that was an interesting run. So what was the strategy on Catalina
So I
for
had
you?
prepared three Protoss builds, and I haven't played Zerg since I played Case. So I was so my most comfortable matchup versus Terran is just macro Zerg, just like tons and tons of lings and bases and stuff like that. And so what I was trying to do was max out with lings and then get mutas to just be annoying and then go for ultralisks in order to kill widow mines and stuff like that. But what I ended up doing is just trying to build things, and then I was able to build things and kill things. Yeah.
So generally speaking, so I guess my real question is why go Zerg on Catalina when you normally play Protoss?
So the one really nice thing for me about Catalina is all the bases are really close to each other. So like you don't actually have to travel that far to get to a base. The other thing that I really love about playing Zerg is that there's a ton of like uphills
Hmm.
that and like downhills. So there's a lot of like dense elevation change there. So if your macro and micro is really good, what you can do is set up packs of Zerglings on all of the elevation things. So then when the Terran tries to come in, you can just easily cascade. Or like if someone tries to do a push down your front, you can like easily cascade. Yeah, those are definitely the two main reasons.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. Yeah, so like we were talking about how like you got a lot of gas up early on, and then didn't really do anything with it, and all of a sudden, like the Baneling nest finishes, and you turn like three-quarters of your Zerglings into Banelings. And I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll just put my foot in my mouth for a minute here.
No, you're absolutely right. I definitely yeah, resource management was not my strong point that today. So that, yeah, no, that's a really good point. It's like, it's really good to spend your gas immediately after you get it. And like one thing I forgot to get early on was upgrades. Like I forgot to start my double Evo when I went up to, after I got established my third, which is something I usually do. And that's sort of like a linchpin against a bio army is to match or be ahead in double upgrades with Zerglings. Yeah.
Nice.
So you're absolutely right.
All right, and game two. There's a lot of comments in the chat about this. So game two,
Oh,
Zealot
God.
like charge lot Archon. Like WTF, man? That's like a Wings of Liberty style.
Yeah,
It worked. I
so
mean, it worked, but I mean, like, what
yeah.
was your thought process behind that?
So there's three things. First, I was walking to my car with one of my fellow grad students, and I forced him to just yell out a random unit in StarCraft 2, and he said Zealots. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do a game based on Zealots. Um, so when you're approaching Zealot Archon against a Terran, what I noticed the first game is that he got Widow Mines and mixed it into his army. And so that was the thing I was really terrified about because Zealots are not good against Widow Mines at all. The thing you have to do when you're doing Zealot Archon is be able to split off a couple of units and just send them in. Which I don't know if you saw the like main fight in the middle of the map where I pulled off most of my Zealot army while I had like three Zealots on that siege tank and I toggled like three Widow Mines. So I still had like my entire army. Archons are really nice because they just like sort of float way out in the space. And if he's doing bio, he really has to get behind the Zealot line in order to be able to kill the Archons.
Yep.
So the idea is as long as you can keep making swarms and swarms of Zealots, that's good. And that's why like getting the third base up with a bunch of resources. After the defense early, I figured that I could probably get a third up without having with being able to do like minimal defense. So I just focus all my warpins on attacking.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, like we saw the hold at the very beginning, like towards the start of the game, when Montasaurus pushed out, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna put the aggression on." And we're like, "Oh no, is he not gonna be able to hold? Holy crap!" And then all of a sudden, it's like the second photon overcharge pretty much just saved your skin. And then once you did that, warp gate technology finished, and you just kept warping in zealots until you had like 16 or 17 of them just chilling there at your ramp.
Yeah. So the best way to like stave off aggression as Protoss is to throw a little aggression early on. And as long as like what I really like to do is open up with that one stalker, one zealot, two stalker, one mothership core opening. If you get the mothership core before you establish your expansion, you can usually get 1 to 2 photon overcharges for an early defense like that. So that was like, that's like the main reasoning behind that. So it was very, very fortunate that that second overcharge finished just in time.
Good times, good times.
Yeah.
All right, well, do you have any shout-outs that you'd like to throw out there, Covert?
Yeah, I'd like to throw a shout out to Ina, so because I'm going to steal her French fries at some point. And then I'll do a shout out to my friend Tom for yelling a random unit out when I asked him to. And also huge shout out for Montasaurus Rex for subbing today. Really appreciate him just coming out of the blue to play some games with me. It's definitely a good time. And thank you to you guys for doing this for me. Yeah.
Oh, no problem, man. So, we are going. I'm confirming right now because I could have sworn on the schedule that there was a second match that was going to be done at the 3 o'clock time slot, but it looks like it's not a thing. So, Keisura, do you have any shoutouts or anything you'd like to mention before we sign off for the thing?
Shout out to French fries
And morning dumps.
and coffee.
And morning.
And
Why does it say I'm in a replay in SC2? Shout out to SC2 for being the craziest damn game.
All right. So, for Case and CovertMuffin, my name is Threxor. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. The next show match should be at 5 p.m. Pacific, and it's going to be Ace versus Probe. So go ahead and tune in. It's going to be in... Yeah, Omega's throwing it all into the chat. So check it out. We'll see you guys in there when we come back, and it will be Case and I casting again.
And then we're playing Star Wars Connect Dance Off Me vs. Threx.
All right, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Day night Star Wars Connect Dance Off show matches. I will beat your ass at I'm Han Solo.
Only on DK show matches can you see this good stuff. All right, so we're signing off. Have a wonderful day, and we hope to see you again at 5 p.m. Pacific.